So I got some more patches. I'm almost tempted to get a denim jacket, now
That's
with
what I was gonna
patches.
say with that pin. I'm like, you got to put that on some denim,
Put
man.
on something, yeah. So
Yeah,
I got a nice Lady Beast
cool.
pen. I sat with Deb and her family. Her mom and her dad and her sister
Mhm,
all
cool.
help with like the merch. Like at the Metal Immortal. Her
Nice.
dad was wearing a denim jacket with all these patches on it. And I said, I
Nice.
said, Dad, it's so cool. I said, your mom and dad are like into this heavy music. And she goes, well, they're not, I don't know if they're really into the heavy music, but they love my band and they just support me. And I said, God, that's really beautiful.
That's
I got,
great.
so I got my obligatory, had to finally get a Vindicator shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, they finally had a 3X. I'm like, good, you got a fat guy size.
That looks like it should glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's nice.
That would be cool if it did.
This is a band called Glacier. These
Oh, okay.
guys were fucking amazing. Like
No kidding.
power metal, a lot of double bass, super fast. They were from LA, no, Chicago. They're from Chicago. It was funny when I was leaving the hotel, I checked in and I was getting ready to leave the hotel and I saw a couple of guys standing outside and they had the little, Metal Immortal lanyards. I go, hey, you guys going to the show? And they go, yeah. I go, okay, I'll see you. And it ended up being the singer and the bass player for Glacier. And so I saw them at the show and they go, hey, we should have got a ride with you. I'm like, yeah, man, if I had known you needed a ride, I would have just said, yeah, come on. And so I was, we were just talking. I gave cards to everybody. Like all the bands I talked to want to be on the show. Um,
Sweet.
and just was so awesome. Um, and so I was eating breakfast this morning, and come down, and here comes the guys from Glacier because they were getting ready to leave too. They wanted some breakfast, so they just said, "Hey, can we sit with you?" I'm like, "Cool," and we sat and we talked for 45 minutes.
Nice.
Just hung out and talked, just like the coolest guys. This is a band called Sanja. They sounded, it was a three-piece. They kind of sounded like Hole, the
Okay.
Courtney Love.
Mhm.
Um, and then this is Hyrax. Oh my God, Mark, these guys are like old school thrash, like LA, just just brutally good. Like after the set, I'm like, I went to go to their table. I'm like, I want to buy a shirt, but they just had 2X. I'm like, I can't. I said, you got to have a 3X, man. If this fat guy needs to slip into something 3X. And but these guys were fucking amazing. And these guys are like apparently legends in the underground metal community, which again, I'd never heard of them.
Jeez.
This whole thing with this underground music, this underground metal scene has just made me excited for music in a way I've not been in a long time, you
Yeah, I can
know.
tell you want to go to every show now in like a
Yeah,
300-mile
I
radius.
I do, man. And then I got three midnight stickers. Those guys were
Nice.
so good. So good, Mark.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody loves Midnight. Cool.
Just so much fun. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this. Well, I
All
got
right.
the energy. I got some food in me. I will probably pass out at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi, this is Steve Grimmett from Steve Grimmett's Grim Reaper, and you're listening to heavy metal horror. See you in hell.
I am Montag, master of illusion. What goes up must come down, but not always.
And Dreadbull sitting in for for Chop Top, Reginald.
Yes,
Way
Reginald is a much
way
better
cuter,
replacement.
much more
Yeah.
articulate.
And you are watching and listening to Heavy
Heavy
Metal.
horror.
Oh, kiddies, we've got a special show tonight. That's right. We're having fun because Shop Top's not here.
Yeah,
uh,
party time.
yeah, time to fucking party. We are going to be doing a live reaction to the new 72 Legions EP. What a God could be. And this is our friend Curran Murphy. You remember Curran Murphy? He was on our show, played guitar for Nevermore, Shatter Messiah. Now he's playing with 72 Legions, and they're getting ready to go on tour. Yes, they're going on tour with Ringworm and Satan and Venom Inc. Yes, coming to a theater near you. So 72 Legions has a new EP out, and Curran was kind enough to let us have an advanced copy. Don't you love that about this show? I mean, people give us music and
Really
say,
cool.
listen
It's
to
like
it.
we're somebody.
Right.
The first time in our lives. Wow.
Well, I'm used to that, but I can understand how you, the small
Oh,
people like you.
Okay. At
Right.
least you're in your own mind.
Right. Curran, we want to thank you for letting us have this. And we're going to listen to this. This first song here. Well, I'm going to share the screen. Yeah. This first song is called What a God Could Be.
Intriguing title right there.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's chunky. I love that voice, man. Yeah. I'm gonna drive it. Here. Double bass kicking in. That's awesome. Nice. That's nice. Oh man, march time.
Yes.
Time to
There's
march.
going to be a pit right there, man.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's a real nice.
I love the guitar tone. Ooh, yeah. Got some goosebumps on that one.
Yeah. His voice, it's such a great sound. It really is.
Matches perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. Really good death metal voice.
Yeah.
That's great. That's just sludgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just got stank face all over.
God, his voice is so neat.
Yeah. Soundtrack to like horror. And I like that it's not screaming.
Yeah, me too.
Gravelly.
I prefer this vocal style.
Yeah. It's like Lurch from Adam's Family when the
Yeah,
episode he was singing. I'll play with that cymbal. It's like a gut punch, it's like it's not singing these tracks.
damn.
Wow.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah,
That
I had no idea what to expect with this band because it doesn't sound like the other bands that he's been in. This is not Nevermore. This is um, wow, what a great heavy, chunky death metal sound.
yeah, this is the kind of death metal I can really sink my teeth into. There's a lot of variations of death metal. Some are rough for me, and
Yeah,
so but this this is it's almost like a doomy death,
yeah.
the vocals are excellent, like really good, like you said, a perfect match for this music, really deep and guttural. This almost reminded me of good old the early parts of this song, like good old Crypt Kicker days, man.
Mm, hmm.
This I don't know, I was getting a little bit of Crypt Kicker vibes from back in the 90s.
Because it was melodic. That's
Uh-huh.
the thing. That it wasn't just. Like, there was that one band we did the review to. I don't know, remember what it was. We couldn't play it because YouTube wouldn't allow us. But it's just thrashy noise. It was just like a wall of sound,
Yeah.
and it was brutal. This is brutal, but in a way that's catchy.
Yes.
Like it was slow, it was chuggy. It was
Hmm.
like you could just like you could bang your head to it. You could just sit back or do crunches. My abs are
Yeah, if
working
you're
out.
working out or getting need to pick me up at work, like this will do it.
Yeah,
This will
that
get
was
you get
great.
some energy.
I want to bring them on and say, okay, how do you sing like that?
No
What
doubt.
do you do to your voice to get a dollar? Because it's not that. It's not like Batman. It's just this kind of almost like he's like gargling.
He doesn't sound strained.
No,
Like
it's very
it's got to
smooth.
be
Like,
tough, right?
yeah, it must be loosening the vocal cords,
Hmm.
in a way that doesn't sound all screamy. It's not all rough. It was just like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
But
there's got to be a technique to that because
yeah, but it fits.
oh man,
That was great. That was
this is
great.
the kind of music it can't be too loud. Like you can never turn this up loud enough when you listen to it.
Right, right.
Like you want to just keep edging it up a little bit
Yeah,
more, a little bit
how
more.
loud can I get?
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out when I go see them at No Class in just a few weeks in September. Um, for you kiddies out there, they're playing on Thursday, September 28th at No Class. Starting off the tour with Ringworm and Satan and Venom Inc. So, all right, well that's great. Let's get into the next track here.
Okay.
Track 2. This is called
That was a great start.
yeah,
Yeah, good song.
Beautiful in Sin.
Oh,
Yes.
I wasn't expecting this.
No. It's beautiful, melodic and haunting.
Really nice. Yeah.
Come on, man. It doesn't sound like death metal.
No.
It's like Carcass.
Yes. Yes.
Or like death. Like technical death metal. Kind of crunchy. Oh yeah. Head banging mosh pit.
Dude, yeah.
Changes and stuff. This is very much like Carcass.
Yes.
That's a compliment. It's not meant to say
Big time.
this is not here.
Ah, dang Man, those vocals. Sounds like an alligator when they make that deep growling noise. That's what he sounds like.
Right. It's just so good. Double bass. Like that considerable changes in the song. Song is great. Turn built it.
Ooh, love that guitar right there. Dude. Now a different vocal style.
Like three different vocal styles. Can't get tired of this.
No, not ever. No.
When you start in the groove, it changes it, but it's perfect the way it does.
Dude, man. These growls are amazing. Wow.
Oh,
It's like progressive death metal. Like that song was
Yes.
really progressive.
yeah. Yes. And it's hard to
Yeah,
hard
I'm
to put
trying
into
to like.
words. There's just so
there's
much
so much-
to take
Mhm.
take in. The time changes, the style changes
Right.
vocally. I think we heard three different vocal stylings here.
Even the guitar, there were different guitar sections that were in different styles
Yeah.
and tones. That really melodic section in the beginning
Yes.
totally
Yeah.
caught me off guard.
The
I
harmony
loved it.
with the either the one guitar playing an effect with the the harmonizer, or the two lead two guitars playing at the same time, this really melodic solos, then the slow down, just like a couple measures, but then right back into it.
Yeah, just to
So-
give you some good crunchy head,
Yeah.
head banging.
Like one,
Yeah.
I want to go back through now that when we're all done with it, like, and write down, like, and keep track. Okay, 4 measures of this. Okay, then it does this. Like, how many time changes does this have? Because that's what makes it exciting and interesting. It's like if you have the same rhythm the whole time, it just gets boring. It gets redundant. Like, that's why I thought Korn. I saw them one time open for Ozzy. I thought they were just horrible, but because it was the same thing. Da-dun,
Yeah.
da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. It's like, okay, when you play that for half an hour, it gets real fucking tiresome. This is amazing, because
It
it's
is.
so
There's so much.
full.
Yeah, and there's so much creativity in here. Like so many bands that new music we've listened to lately feels a lot like this. Not like in different styles, but like Finality, very complex, really interesting music. Like there's so much creativity and effort put into every song. Like, and so far, 2 songs on this album, like you can tell they've put in so much work into each of these songs. Like, they're not. There's no laziness here whatsoever.
No, they're not.
you
They're
know?
not just taking the easy way out. They're not just saying, okay, let's just write a 4-minute song.
Yeah, here's a
and-
cool hook. Here's a nice beat.
Right.
Let's just ride that
No,
through 4
no.
minutes.
It's like it is very. It sounds just meticulously plotted, but not in a way that's contrived. It's like
Mhm.
very carefully done. These guys know what they're doing, and they're making a song that's interesting and keeps it interesting for the listener. As difficult, it's got to be equally as fun and challenging to play this, because you got to be on your toes. Like, okay, here, this is the part that comes up, because it's not just one rhythm. We're not playing the same three chords over and over again. So, wow,
Yeah,
I am
I love that.
I'm impressed. Just wow. We've got 5 songs, 72 Legions. This is fantastic. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm.
these need you need more listens. Like that song,
Mhm.
I gotta listen to that a few times to
Yeah.
get everything, to really wrap my head around it all.
Oh yeah. This is definitely, because you know we like death metal, and it sometimes it's in small doses. It's better. Like, I don't know if I want to go to a death metal fest where I'm listening to death metal for 12 hours. But this is, it kind of transcends that. It's not just the death metal. It's so intricate and complex and melodic, and interesting, and the time changes. It keeps me on my toes, keeps me interested.
Yeah, and it bludgeons you over the head like death metal should, but it
Hmm.
does it the right way.
Yeah.
It hits you over the top a few times, and then it whacks you in the side of the head for a
Yes.
few times, and then a couple uppercuts, and then you come back to
It's
blasting
all
the
the
top of the head.
surprising. It's like surprise, like, oh,
Yeah, there's
unexpected.
a
Like,
lot of combinations happening.
yeah, that's the great way to put
Yeah,
it. We were
you're getting pummeled in the
pummeled,
best possible way.
pummeled by 72 legions. All right, well, let's continue the pummeling with
Okay.
track 3,
Yeah, bring it
Invented
on.
Purpose.
Love that driving beat. Oh, that's good.
If you could do that, you know you want to do it. It's
Yeah.
everything. You do it like breakfast
Love that.
Yeah. This is the bludgeoning. This is the,
Yeah.
this sounds supposed to. This part almost sounds like something Anthrax would have done during the John Bush years. Something from Stomp 442. wow.
Hey,
I think this song is going to be a hit with the people who love that powerful, bludgeoning. I won't say the word monotonous, but repetitious in the
there
way
was
of a. It's not as a measure of this and a measure of that, but they want that pounding, pounding beat. Because this is the closest to like where I would say traditional death metal in this one. That kind of droning on and that
I would
powerful.
describe it as like a driving aggression. It just
Yeah,
kept driving.
yeah, and it's not overly fast. It's still just like it's
Mhm.
with those little kind of moments there. But then the last half, we hear those guitar solos kept on coming in. Really interesting guitar solos. It's like the
Mhm.
Hangar 18 of death metal here. You know, yeah, this one was just that driving, like Testament, demonic.
Yes, I was thinking of them every once in a while on that song.
Yeah. Now, for anyone out there, if you've listened to our live reactions, we say things like that. Like it reminds us of this, and we're not saying that this band's trying to be Testament or the other bands we've mentioned, but we're just pulling from things that we've heard, and like it just reminds us. It's reminiscent of that. It's its own entity. I mean, 72 Legions is just like wow, okay, it's standing out on its own.
I mean,
But
if we thought they were a ripoff, we'd say so.
oh yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, no,
definitely. But there's nothing about this that is rip off at all. It's like
not
no,
anything at all.
but has like it's nice to have a basis of like familiarity. Like oh, it kind of reminds me of that. Uh, but yeah, that one was yeah, like I said, that driving aggression, but it's not like speed. It's just like this pulse.
Oh, yeah, and
and
it
and
just kept,
yeah, like a punching pile driver, boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's like aggressive. Like I think by the end of this, I'm gonna thank you, Kurt. I might have the start of my first ab here. That just from all the crunches.
And
Yeah,
there's
that
feels like so far in these three songs, there's been this slow build of energy or something. Like this song felt like I don't know, like the peak of this build so far, this energetic or
mhm,
aggressive build up.
yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
know if they can keep this up or not for two more
Well,
songs.
we
We'll
got two
see.
more songs. I have a feeling at the end of it we're gonna go, oh man,
I already
great
saw.
EP, but when's the next one coming out? Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'm already like, damn. I'm already lamenting the fact there's only 5 tracks here to
well,
listen
it
to.
Lamentations of the Women is track
I
5.
saw that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that is great.
Um,
That is
right.
great.
5 tracks. I know. Well, this is if this is
I'm
any
already sad.
indication, you're right. We got the Sunday blogs already. Um, if this is any indication of what this band can do, I think for their this first effort, this EP or the sophomore effort, just fantastic so far.
I'm glad they haven't
Really
shied
fantastic.
away from the mosh sections,
Yeah.
to really get the head banging and the moshing going.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I think this is going to go
Keep
over
it in there.
so well on their upcoming tour. I think they're going to blow everybody away.
Undoubtedly.
Seriously. Yeah.
This would be brutal live. This would be
Yeah,
great.
because they're
Yeah.
going to fit in nicely because the other bands don't do this style of music. Ringworm is a lot more aggressive and like hardcore, and Satan's got that, Satan is just this legendary, and Venom both, legendary bands that have their own distinct style. So this is, I mean, we got a night of styles, like 4 bands that all sound different, I think, and complementary. Though this is going to be a hell of a show. All right, well, speaking of, let's go to track 4, Darker and Darker. That just sounds good. All right, here we go. Sucker for double bass.
Oh, damn.
Interesting guitar sounds too.
Yeah, really like that tone.
Yeah. Deep.
Nice riff. Like it works. Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna need to buy some bigger speakers, man.
Oh, man.
What is this?
Yeah. Couple build files. On it. Nice. That was awesome.
Boston, Vegas, we would love that transition back to this.
Yeah. Oh boy. I think their building aggression continues. It just keeps getting more and more. I don't know, man. Like
That had that raw, fast
Rah.
feel of like a death metal, that real fast old blast beat kind of thing going
Yeah.
on, but then slowing it down to that real dirgy, slow, and really, really interesting guitar sound, like guitar work. Those notes were like unexpected, and then the solos with that kind of wah 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 wah. You know, I was like, I'd never heard a solo like that. Usually, when you hear a solo, like, oh, okay, here's the combination of notes. I don't think I've ever heard that ever, and it just all of it worked so well together. And then it came back to it, that fast blast beat. Like, oh, okay, yeah, bring it more, yeah.
Yeah, this is really exciting. It's just like exciting music, you know. Like I was a little like kind of tired when we sat down, but I'm kind of pumped now. Like this really, this will get you going. Holy
Yeah,
crap, man.
yeah. Fuck that 1 hour of sleep I've had in the last 24. I'm up for another 24 hours, Curran. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. This is just so good. I know we say this every time, but I can't help it. It is just so staggering to hear so much good music from new bands, and it's just amazing that there's just so much good music out there. So I'm like, wow, I'm sad that this is the last song coming up. The Lamentations of the Women.
I mean, that title bodes well.
It's the epic. It's
That's great.
6:43. So
yeah, I can't even imagine what we're in for here at this point.
I think we go for it.
Nothing but surprises so far.
Yeah, wonderful.
All pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
beat.
Yeah.
If it's- Damn.
Sounds like Halloween. Slow it down.
Right. Dragging.
It's like a little bit like on these slow songs, you know? The production value is so good in this. One.
Oh, that drum beat is so odd. The time signature there is so odd.
Yeah. But it works.
Makes it interesting. feel like when they made these songs, like they must have like, okay, here's a song. We've made this song now. Now we have to go back and make sure we don't go more than like 20 seconds without something interesting happening, or something, whether it's a little drum fill, a really like unique and interesting little guitar fill or solo, or a different vocal style, or it's just like there's something different happening all the time.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you don't have time to get bored. There is nothing, you can't get bored with this kind of music.
No, there is no boredom here.
Yeah, I would love
You
to
know,
know their kind of their goals going in and making these songs, and how
yeah,
they, did they, I mean, they had to have consciously said, yeah, this is okay. We got to change it up here. We got to, do a little transition here, time change here, odd time signature there. You know, it's just so chock full of little nuggets. There's just little nuggets of interesting shit to listen to everywhere. It's nonstop.
yeah. It has to. That's the creative process here. That's
Yeah.
something that we love finding out, all those things, like how do you get from the kernel of an idea to this, because it's not just like three chords, I'm playing La Bamba, yeah, nice. No, this like you said, in finality, all these bands that have had so much interesting sounds and stuff that surprises us, like Sermon, like, oh wow, okay, all these bands, and this, you're thinking, okay, heavy metal, death metal, what are the tropes, what are we expecting to hear, and they just continually like find ways of surprising us and making it fresh and new, and like, oh, okay, while still maintaining the integrity. But this, why I like so much about it is, while they had a couple of those times where there was that blast beat,
Hmm.
this was a lot of it was kind of a slower chugging, or pile driving
Hmm.
kind of beat. It wasn't like super fast. They weren't trying to be, speedsters here. It was just this heavy fucking grind, that it just blew me away. It really did.
Yeah, this was fantastic. Like, yeah, I want a whole album
Yes.
of this. Like, could you do 5 more tracks?
Yeah, Curran,
Make this a
guys,
full album, please.
we're
This is
waiting.
not enough.
Come on. We're waiting now. I certainly hope so. I mean, if this EP is any indicator of where this band's going to go, I am sold. A hook, line, sinker. I'm like, oh, you got me, because those I was so blown away after the first two songs. I'm like, I you don't have to do any more. I'm in. I'm invested.
Yeah.
But every song has been something different and unique, while maintaining an interesting sound that's uniquely them. Like the guitar, some of the guitar melodies are really like odd.
Mhm.
Like, oh, I'm not expecting it, but it works. It sounds great though. And this last song, I know they're pulling from the Conan movie here,
Of course.
but there was some like Egyptian mythos, or themes that sounded like they were bringing in, or something Middle Eastern, perhaps, in here, to maybe reflect that. But I thought, oh, okay, cool. But the actual just sounds of the guitars, and Curran is a sound engineer and it builds amps and works with these things. And so, again, I gotta wonder, I gotta find out, when we have them on, we gotta find out, okay, how do you get these sounds? And I gotta hear, how do you get your voice to do that?
Yeah, the depth that those vocals hit is impressive.
Yeah,
And I
maybe
like
his
that he
stature
changes up
has
his
something to
style.
do with it. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not sure if it's the same guy. Maybe there's more than one singer. I don't know.
I guess that is a possibility, right?
Yeah, because there's the one that sounds definitely more like what you would think, expect to hear from a standard death metal screamy. But I
Mhm.
like the variety. I like hearing three different voices here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. Um,
I mean,
yeah,
I love progressive music. I love progressive metal, and to
yeah.
get like a progressive death metal like this, it felt really progressive, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and
That
interesting and innovative.
it was pushing the limits, I think, of what metal could and should be, and it just shows the creativity. Like they're stamping out their own signature, what these guys are going to do, what they sound like, and this is it. and it's great. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, just pull bits from all types of metal and, you know, weave it into something new and different and interesting.
Yeah,
And,
like you could see their influences definitely, but every band does that, and that's great. I mean, you don't go into being in a death metal band unless you like other death metal. You don't start off like, I've never heard of death metal. Let's do something, and it makes something great. Um, so, but there was so much here that was like interesting and exciting and like unexpected. Like that's what this album's going to grow with depth the more you listen to it. This one's got longevity. This one's not going to get tiresome. But just to anticipate all the time changes, because then you're gonna be like, oh, because you know what's coming up.
yeah.
You're gonna get in that groove, and then you're gonna hear it. It's gonna be even more impactful, I think, on the second and third and fourth listens.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming now because while you're chewing on the first part, and like figuring that out, all of a sudden it's changed, and now you got to catch up and try to absorb the new section,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't finished absorbing the first section, and then they're on to something else after that, and so it's like you're trying to play catch up the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
wow, there's so much going on. I don't know how you cram so much into a 4-minute song. Uh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's like 6 or 7 songs crammed into a 4-minute song.
Yeah, yeah, they're not.
And honestly, a lot of bands would take any one of those sections and just turn it into a whole song, and
Yeah,
it would be, a 3.5 minute okay song that's maybe gets a little monotonous, but like they refuse to be monotonous.
yeah, and as the song we're like coming to an end, like there's like 20 seconds or so to go. I'm thinking, okay, now we're gonna wind it up. It's like oftentimes, just like with finality, it's like, no, we got 20 seconds. What else can we do in these 20
Yeah, let's
seconds?
do something cool.
Let's do something cool and finish the song in a way like, oh, okay. So they were cramming in, like they were just making every moment of the song good and memorable. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, we're not gonna fucking rest. We're not just gonna no. We got 20 seconds. We can do something in that 20 seconds.
I would love to know how many times in the studio they sat and did that and made that decision. Like, okay, hold on, yeah, we've done this beat now for 30 seconds here. We gotta,
Yeah.
add a cool drum fill in there or something.
Yeah. We'll find out. We gotta find out. When they're done
Yeah,
with their tour, we gotta have them on.
yeah,
And just so we can find out about all these things.
yeah. You don't just
Uh
jam this kind of music out. Like this is
no,
work. A
yeah.
lot of work went into this
Oh, yeah.
and a
Maybe
lot of
that's why it was only
creativity.
5 songs. But
Yeah, could be.
still, these 5 songs are better than some albums I've listened to. I mean, to all seriousness, you know that this is better than a lot of like whole albums, that are not nearly as good as this.
Absolutely.
So Curran, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah.
letting us have
Thank
an
you. That was
advanced
a
listen
treat. That was a
to
real treat.
your EP. It's going to be out pretty soon, kids. You can go out and get it. What a God Could Be by 72 Legions. They're out on tour with Ringworm, Satan, and Venom Inc. You got to go see them. Go out and buy the EP. Support local bands. Support underground metal. That's where the most exciting music's going to be, in the
Yep.
underground scene. Get out there, support them.
That is where it's
Wow,
at right now.
it is, man. It's hot, and I'm so glad to just finally starting to get a little taste of it. I'm excited about music again for the first time in a long time.
Mm.
So I'm like fucking Pokemon and cannabis. I gotta try them all. You know,
You've never been a man of half measures, that's for
no,
sure.
no, full ass. That's me, full ass.
You are a full asser.
That's right, both cheeks. Um, yeah. Well, I did read there are some 700 strains of cannabis. I'm like, okay, I gotta try them all. I got about a tenth of that, somewhere. I won't say where. Um, but yeah, thanks again. This was phenomenal.
Mhm.
So great. And looking forward to seeing you at No Class in Cleveland here soon.
Yeah,
So
incredible work, guys.
yeah, Yeah, fantastic. Hey, you can find Heavy Metal Horror on unsaneradio.com. Listen to full episodes or download to your device. You can find us on Facebook, Heavy Metal Horror Podcast. On Instagram, look for Montag Lewis, one word. Our YouTube page, Heavy Metal Horror Podcast. If you're watching, that's where you're at. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And if you know someone who'd like our show, tell them about us. This has been Montag, Master of Illusion.
Dreadbull and Reggie sleeping.
Okay. We should do death metal voices.
Suckered him out. Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
You've been watching and listening to
Metal
Horror.
This is Doug Helvering, and you have been listening to Heavy Metal Horror, the best podcast that you've never heard before.